traitors to the working class in this country. You do not represent them anymore. Get off the stage from pretending to do so. Now, dear friends, in conclusion, let me say this. Austerity, which means simply calling on ordinary people, pensioners, workers, unemployed, the poor, students and young people, to pay for the crisis of the financial market system, to take the debts of those who speculated and make massive profits while the going was good. Austerity is an absolute disaster. It is draining our society of its lifeblood. It is casting 500,000 of our people onto the dole queues. It is forcing tens of thousands of our youth out of the country. I say, and I know, because I spoke last week at my 22nd public meeting of this campaign, most outside of Dublin. I have listened and spoken to, therefore, thousands upon thousands of ordinary members of this campaign, which means ordinary people in the country. And to a man and a woman, they believe that this campaign is not just a barrier against a new unjust tax that will quickly go to €1,000 and be absolutely unaffordable. It is that, but they also know and say that it is a campaign to demand an end to the disastrous austerity policy, for a change of policy that reflates and regenerates our economy and our society, puts our people back to work and ends the disastrous bailout that is going on at the present time. Finally, in relation to that, dear friends, on the 31st of May, all the people in this country will be asked to vote in a referendum on the so-called fiscal compact. Now, the campaign against household and water taxes has not taken an official position on this, and we must respect the fact that yes, there will be people in our campaign who may have two different views upon this, and that is absolutely correct. But what I do appeal is that this issue is discussed democratically and openly in all the meetings over the next 6 or 7 weeks of our campaign, because I have looked seriously at this treaty. I believe that it is an austerity treaty. I believe it would be a disaster to impose it on our people, because it will mean further cuts of billions, further cuts in health and in education. I, for one, will be campaigning every night and day for the next 7 weeks. Along as campaigning against this tax, I'll be campaigning against that treaty. And I appeal to all those who think that that is a correct thing to do, to join the campaign against it. But in any case, no matter what are the views of our people, the backbone of this campaign, let's have open, democratic and full discussions within the campaign, at our meetings and in society generally. Garda, we have achieved an unprecedented success in the success of the boycott so far against the household and water taxes. You would have to go back to the days of Michael Davitt and the Land League to find a movement that is so entrenched in so many different parts of the country. This boycott, this campaign, has brought working people, ordinary people from the city, from the town, from the country, from rural Ireland together as never before. And we should stay together. We should fight together. All the issues that will be aired here today, people demanding a solution to the turf cutting issue, our own issue here, other issues against the massive austerity and disastrous cuts that are affecting our hospitals, our nursing homes, etc. All those are absolutely critical to our people. If our campaign wins on this issue, then that will be a huge step up for all of those who are fighting for justice. But let us not lay down on our laurels. They will try to attack us. They will try to intimidate our people, to scare them in the next month or two. So we should go back to every area where we are, have new rounds of public meetings, new postering, new information leaflets go out, bring thousands and tens of thousands of more into activity in the campaign, going out into the areas, spreading the word, holding the boycott firm. If we do that and do not lose our nerve between now and the end of this year, by the end of this year, we will be well on our way to seeing the back of this tax and their home tax, which they want to apply next year, which would be massively greater. This is a campaign for justice. This is a campaign for a new way to run our society. That the wealth is for the people, not to bail out the bloodsuckers in the European banks and the Irish banks at huge cost to our people and people all over Europe.
Thanks very much, Joe.